Hi guys, welcome to a new quick tutorial. For the last episode, we were talking about setup, droop, toe in, toe out, but I would like to do a pause and talk about preparation. Of course, we can't talk about setups if we are not really ready, the car, the radio, our bags and everything. So it's really important to talk about it before we go to the next steps talking about setup. First, the car. It's our toy. We're spending a lot of time on it. But the first thing before getting into a practice session or race is to properly clean it. A really good cleaning will show you if there is something wrong on it, if you need to change some parts, and it will maybe make your car last longer. Between two practice sessions, I just clean my car from an outside point of view, so it's clean and ready to go. Between two races, I will change the oil, so the shock oil, diff oils. It's a deeper cleaning, so you will really get into the mechanics and check that everything is okay. So the next time you go on the driver's stand, everything is gonna be ready to go and you're not gonna have any mechanical failure. Like I said, we are playing toy cars, but it's motorsport. It's super technical. We're talking about deep setups, changes, and really good driving. So every single thing that we can't control during the race can happen. So everything we can control, we will manage to keep it as low as possible. Make sure that our car has a reliable preparation and to be sure that we won't have any mechanical failure when we go on the track. The next thing, after you change the fluids in your car, like the shock pistons or the shock oil, make sure you have a note in your phone or in your travel bag so you know everything that is inside the car. So if you get at the track in the morning and by the afternoon the temperature is higher, for example, you want to change the shock oil. If you know what is into your shocks, then you can adjust it. If you don't know how to react, then you're lost and then you might lose your race. Might be obvious too, but the radio is super important. It shows your personality. When we go on the track, we often do mechanics, we change the shock oil, we change the setup, and we go back on the driver's stand and we take the radio, and the radio wheel is full of oil and it's dusty, and it's one of the most expensive thing that we have in our package. So we want to take care of that radio in between sessions, clean it. I use personally brake cleaner to clean the foam of my steering wheel, so I make sure that it's always clean, always ready to go, and always reliable too. Also, talking about your package, traveling today is maybe more expensive than ever. So we want to make sure that every single time we go on the track for a practice session or a race, we're gonna spend as much time on the track as possible and we won't be disappointed by the products that we're using. So if I can give you a good advice, just spend a little bit less time on the track and spend more into the products you're using. Don't try to buy stuff and save 20 bucks when you can have the good stuff that won't break. Of course, we just want to have fun, but if we are racing, we are here to race and have a good result. So we don't want a mechanical failure once again. It might be obvious, but you also need a first aid kit when you go on the track. Let's say front arms, shock shaft, the thing that you can break when you're alone at the track and that can stop your day. Also, most of you guys are running in clubs, associations, and the most important is to use the car that maybe most of the guys there are using. When you go on the track and you're using the same car, it's going to be a lot easier to talk about setup, experiences, and if you break something, your friend might have it. Let's share, exchange, and have a good time all together. Also, last but not the least, your bags need to have spare parts, but what you need. I've been doing our RSRC Academy, our driving school, for the last 6 months, and I've seen many things. From the guys that have spare parts from another car that is not even using, to the guys that have 5 left arms but no right arms. I've seen everything. So make sure that your bags has everything you need and no extra. So every single time when you look for something, you're gonna find it and you make sure that you have it. Once again, everything might be obvious for most of you guys, but I just really want to spend a little bit of time talking about it so we make sure that every single time we go on the track, we talk about setup, we can really feel the difference because we are playing motorsport and it's super important to be a little bit more precise. See you next time for another episode. Bye-bye.